Hey everyone! So in today's video I thought I'd do a little tutorial on how to draw a cat's eye. Yeah, it's at first you'll start with the outlines. You don't have to be very precise or they don't have to be exact. Just so you have a rough image of the eye. And then I'm starting with the pupil because it's the darkest part of the eye. And it's important to leave white highlights in the pupil. So yeah, and then I'm doing a little bit of shading on the iris so that I get a little bit of gray in there. And then I'm starting the details. Well, at first it's very roughly, so I'm working in layers, and the first layers are only really very rough, blocking in dark spots, light spots, and yeah, and that's what I'm doing, layer after layer. I'm using a 2B mechanical pencil for that, and when drawing a cat's eye or a human eye or whatever, you really need to have a good reference photo, so you can see all the details in the eyes, because the details in each kind of eye are amazing. In a cat's eye you have structures, they are like looking like waves. You have really dark spots beneath really light lines, and you have dark points or dark spots, and yeah, it's amazing to look at those details that are in a cat's eye. And yeah, so I'm doing layer after layer, and with each layer I'm getting more detailed. Yeah, and don't mind my head, I have to figure out how to keep it out of the camera. I'm using a paper stump for blending the details, and I'm using my kneaded eraser. That's a really great tool for getting in some of the details, some light lines after you shade it in the darker parts. You can use the kneaded eraser to get to lift off the graphite and really get lots of nice details into the eye. And so yeah, and then I'm using my carbon pencil. That's sort of a mix between graphite and a charcoal pencil. You can draw really dark with it, as you can see, but it doesn't shine so much like a graphite pencil would. So I really like that for those darker parts. It's important to leave highlights in those really black parts, so that it looks more realistic when leaving those highlights. And yeah, in the end I'm drawing in a little bit of fur around the eye so that it looks a little bit nicer. Yeah, drawing fur is I think I'm going to do a tutorial about drawing fur. That's usually the part of a cat portrait that really takes time. Yeah, so that's about everything about drawing a cat's eye. Just really focus on those details. They don't have to be exactly like the ones in the reference picture, but you get a really good idea when you see them. When you really look at them on a reference picture, you get a good idea of how a cat's eye looks, and so um, work a lot with kneaded erasers. They're really, really great. Um, yeah, and so that's it. And keep in mind, always work in layers. And that's the finished drawing. I hope you like it. And yeah, if if you like it, please subscribe and see you next time. Thanks for watching.